Hi guys, it's Shell, Sunbury Housewives. Welcome back to another video. If you're new to our channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Hit the subscribe button to see future videos. So what do I got going on today? Well, I've got another alcohol ink swirl, but with a twist. We're going to go ahead and jump right into the video. So I'm starting out with this 22 ounce, like a tapered tumbler, and I'm going to add in Marshmallow into about 20 milliliters of epoxy that I already have mixed up. And then once that is completely mixed up, I got this from the Glitter Heart Company. Once that's completely mixed up, I will put this all over the entire tumbler. I do add in diamonds from the Glitter Heart Co. just to add a little extra shine. So the alcohol inks that I'll be using today is Violet's Resin, and it's violet, fluorescent rose, orange, yellow, and black. I do end up adding in another kind of yellow because the yellow and the orange here almost was identical. So I'm starting with adding the purple at the top. We're going to do somewhat of a sunset. So I just add some drops so that it completely covers it. And then I move into the fluorescent pink, and because it's in the alcohol ink, or the alcohol ink is being dropped right on epoxy, it is spreading. So I did leave some space. And then I move into the orange underneath that. And then I will go and add yellow, and you'll see here, yellow and orange were so close together. So I ended up grabbing a different yellow and trying to correct that. I grabbed fluorescent yellow. And then I go directly underneath that just to add that in. I thought I grabbed lemon yellow. And I may have still at some point because that might have been too bright for me. And then I'm dropping black, and the black really took over. So I'm just going to continue to let these spin and drop alcohol inks where there might need to be some extra. And here's where I made a mistake. I should not have added more black, but I did. And it just really took over. So note for next time, not as much black. But anyway, once I get all the alcohol inks on there, I am going to end up taking my heat gun and heating up the epoxy to get the alcohol inks moving together so that they can really build into more of an ombre that I want, like a sunset would be. I'm just tilting it back and forth here to kind of get it moving now. And then I do take the heat gun and just slowly heat up this epoxy and let the alcohol inks move. So once that's done, I will let this spin overnight, and then we will move into the next step. So once that's done, I put on a coat of epoxy, and I want to say I only used probably about 15 milliliter, maybe 10 milliliters, because what I want to do, I'm going to be pulling a lot of this epoxy off. My first thought was to, I have mica powder sitting there, and I was going to mix mica powders in each of the cups and just put it over each section, except for the black. As you can see what I'm doing here. This didn't give me exactly what I was hoping it would once I get them all put on. So I end up switching up my idea for this. So here I'm just continuing to add the epoxy because I really wanted to add dimension. So once I get that put on, I do end up just wiping it off. And I really went ham on the yellow. I think I was trying to cover up as much black, but so I go ahead and pop any bubbles, and then I'm realizing I don't like this at all. And I tried to like smooth it out to give it more of the look I want. I don't want a obvious lines through it. So I thought if I wipe some of it off, it would give it almost like the colored clouds type of look. And it did, but it didn't. So I switched directions and completely end up just wiping all of this off as much as possible. And I end up just going and taking the powder and directly putting the powder onto the tumbler itself. And here I was still trying to think maybe if I just dip my fingers into the mica powder that's in the epoxy, that would work, but nope, it didn't. So here I'm wiping it off as much as possible, as you can see. So this is when I decide to go with directly just putting the mica powder onto the tumbler itself. And I liked that so much better. So now that the mica powder's on there, I'm just going to take my gloved hand and just hold it very gently over the entire tumbler so that it smooths it out. And this definitely, it might be hard to tell on camera, but it definitely did what I wanted it to do. So I wanted to add just a little bit more. So of course, I can't leave anything alone. I do add more of each of the powders individually, just using my gloved finger and putting it on there, just to add more dimension. This is a closer look at what those mica powders are doing sitting on top. Definitely gives it a little bit more, like I said, dimension. And I love it so much better. So now, once that is done and cured, after spinning all night, I decided to cut out a couple palm trees in different, this is like a gold textured vinyl. I believe it's Tech Craft. And then put that on, and the leaves are a green, like metallic, and then just a regular gold matte vinyl for the coconuts. These coconuts were hard to line up because I wasn't sure which one went to which. So once I got that figured out, I was able to add the top of the palm tree to the tumbler as well. And you can see where the black bled up into the different colors. And I actually ended up really liking that. It kind of looked like dark clouds off in the distance of the sunset. So I still would have preferred the black not to be up as high as it was, but I learned my lesson. So now I'm just adding the other palm tree onto the other side. And putting that together once I figure out where the coconuts go. I do seal this 2 times with the 2 times Rust-Oleum clear spray and give it 2 coats of epoxy. And I'm absolutely loving this tumbler already. I really struggled with it, which way to go, whether palm trees or mountains. And I was live one day, showed everybody, and the palm tree won. So glad I went that direction. So once that was done, here is before I seal it, apparently. But then once it was all cured, I took it off and cleaned it up, and here it is all done. I'm absolutely in love with this tumbler. I've really become obsessed with using alcohol inks, and so you'll probably see a lot more of that coming. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. This tumbler will be up for grabs on the website. So yeah, check the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.